Having a good afternoon. My Twitch channel. I hope you guys like that. Today, let me go ahead and open up my screen. We're gonna go over SPY. I'm paying attention to Tesla a little bit of an in a call over here. Not really doing too hot right now. I think I'm it's like up and down, keeps going up and down, like 5% up 1 minute, 5% down the other minute. So hasn't really moved yet. I have my levels drawn over here, so I'm watching a couple things on this one. I'll explain all this one later on if anybody is curious, but we're not really going to focus on what I'm doing over here yet. But yeah, looks like what I'm pretty much waiting for is I'm seeing if this level holds over here. If we can end up holding this box over here and end up coming back over, we'll see. Worst case scenario, I mean, it's still early in the day. We still have 4 hours left, so there's a worst case scenario. We end up gap filling down over here and going forward. But right now, I'm just looking for this level to hold. Nothing over here in the cloud indicates that we're going to be breaking through just yet. So we'll look for some weakness. Let's look at the movers for today. I just grabbed this ticker from somebody that was talking about apparently in a partnership with Amazon or something. So I'll just have to keep an eye on it. Codex, yeah, this is one I tried to play on. I have calls on there, but I should have exited them yesterday. Well, the other day when it popped up, I didn't. So they expire tomorrow. They still have value in them somehow. So we'll see what happens. If they lose, they lose. If they win, they win. If they don't end up moving by like 2 o'clock today, I'll probably just take the 50% loss on there. Not that big of a deal. Tesla looks like it's trying to get back over the Kijun over here. What's up? Yo, if you guys can't hear me, let me know. And I can switch my thing. I'm using my Yeti right now, so it should be a little more clear and everything. So let's go ahead. Zers is a bag I have. I'm looking for at least $6 over here, so I'm looking for some sort of tap up over here. So looking for this to clear on this end, and then I'll feel a little bit better over here. So I'm not looking to take profit at all yet. There might be pullbacks over here and there, so I don't think it'll fully take off until maybe end of September, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at things over there. But for right now, hold on, let me just see this. See, like the clouds closing, resistance up here. I think Tesla might come down for the day. Might have to exit my calls. Yeah, this isn't looking too good for me. Anyway, yeah, so Zers I still have big targets for. I checked out the product. I mean, it seems fine to me. It looks pretty cool. I mean, there's somebody that does a lot of research, posted a lot of things about them, so seems fine to me, and charts set up for it, so I'll go ahead and play this one. Shaq, I've been tracking this one. I didn't actually directly play this one. I just kept watching it every single day, play out everything. So gap filled all the way up. Options went crazy. I should have been in this one, but been posting it on Twitter, so if anybody got in, congrats. We're going to run into a little bit of resistance up over here, so I don't think it's going to clear right away. We'll probably get a little bit more of a pullback before it continues, but Shaq is looking good. There might still be a day we end up tapping 75 before we come down, so if we're looking at ETH on just regular settings over here, ETH looks like shit. Maybe like a run to maybe a run to about like 400, but eventually it's gonna come back down about here. So ETH doesn't look too good. Needs to recover. And that same goes with my XTZ bags, which got stopped. XTZ doesn't look too hot right now. P-Ton moving greatly. Should have kept my bag at 70. I cut at 70 for this one, was my initial target, but went way past this one. So it looks like this is a run into earnings, and earnings are today. So whatever happens with earnings, I'm hoping earnings dumps and things start resetting a little bit before another takeoff. But as long as COVID's still going, hang on, I can move the mic closer. Actually, I can just turn it up. This should, hang on. All right, I moved the mic closer. I just don't want you guys to hear like background noise. So APHA, this is one that's looking so nice. Mr. Chalk had mentioned this one to me early on. I talked to him about it. He's like, yeah, it was set up on the weekly, and he mentioned it back over here, and I ended up catching the pop over here. But right now, it's in the clouds. We're finally getting this action into the clouds, which is amazing. Because now that we have a cloud clear over here, I'm looking for at least another pop back onto this high over here with an eventual target around like this $8, $9 range. And if we still do good around this range, I still think at the max, it could end up hitting this by March. So that's my target at the max point for it, but along the way there's definitely target points. So any kind of options I'm doing more so leaps on this one. So I've been holding my leaps for quite some time. So we'll just stick in those. I mean, obviously you gotta take profits on your leaps, but some of them, I mean, I think they might be, some of my entries might be at a loss, but overall I'm fine with holding. SBC Space Virgin Galactic. This level has just been like a complete magnet this entire time. So every time it gets in this level, it ends up reacting one way or the other. Right now, the cloud formation isn't looking too good. This looks like a ugly rejection, like it's gonna come back down. So if it ends up losing 1750 as far as a candle close underneath of it, I'd say your next levels to watch would be 17, and if 17 loses, we'll be back in this magnet range. But clouds are not setting up nicely. It has a short time period where it can break out. So I'd say if it doesn't break out by the end of August or end of September, it's gonna die. Roku, I still have my huge targets for Roku. Some people don't believe me on it, but I still think Roku's gonna just double out from where it's at for right now. We'll go ahead and aim targets for like 230. But right now, nothing is looking too bearish right now. Just normal pullbacks and up and downs. But overall, I still think it's gonna get that run up into earnings. I don't know how earnings are gonna be, but I still think before earnings it'll get at least to 210. And once earnings are over, I think it'll get to 240. So I have nice targets on Roku. I've been in this one for quite some time, so I have a spot bag on Roku. No options on this one. This is something I just tossed in on the side and just holding on to. Work. Yeah, man, work. So they had the initial pop out of the triangle, but devastating earnings over here. So earnings really wrecked it, and just like the dumps in general. But it's been pretty crazy volatile right now with the options. But yeah, not interested in playing this one at all whatsoever. I'll be a little bit more better and curious to play it once it ends up getting back into this range and maybe going for like a third tap over here. But yeah, that's just on the back burner for now. And I'm not interested in catching any dips either. CGC, I mean, we've been talking about this one for quite some time. It's just ranging in this range play. So until it gets out of this range, there's no cloud setup that's really indicating for me to go ahead and play this. So I'm just going to wait for a setup for me. I mean, I guess I could play something, but I'd rather look for something like this that we all ended up playing last time and ended up getting these pops with the clouds. So right now the clouds are just iffy. The price is just price actioning, going over to the weekly. It's not into the clouds just yet. Once again, it's gonna eventually get into there, but it's not in there yet. So not confirmed, not ready. If you want to take the gamble, you can, and you can have a tight stop loss at 15.50 or like $15 exactly. But for me, I'd rather wait for it to get into there and look a little bit more like this, to where it's actually in the clouds. At most, maybe it'll get like a wick up here again, and come back down. But I'm waiting for the perfect entry for mine. Because I know how these weed stocks work. Hold on, what's going on with Tesla? Holy shit. Damn it. Hold on, one sec. See, what I'm looking for is, just in case anybody's curious. So these are raindrop candles. You see how these bulbs are facing upwards? I'm looking for the same thing, but downwards, upside down. So like a lot of the day yesterday, I was playing it on I think it was probably like the 10-minute time frame. So every time it was on support, like so like areas like this one was my initial entry. So like you can see the bulb underneath the support. So there's tons of trend lines over here. Probably looks like mumbo jumbo to you guys, but I know what I'm doing. And it doesn't really show me like the candles. It's more so I know what I'm looking for exactly. So like these green important pivot points and everything, or golden pivot points. Let me just go back to SPY real quick, and then we'll go back down the list again. I wonder how many people are still thinking we're gonna go W. Wouldn't that be some shit? Not happening. Hang on. Yeah, still nothing. It's running. It's probably by the end of the stream. I'm hoping it gets up over here about 390, 340, and then we'll start seeing things go. But right now it's a no-go. Nothing really going on here. All right, where were we? TNA. Same thing over here with TNA. I'm looking for this gap fill eventually, but right now it's on cloud support, so I don't want it to break cloud support. So once it starts ramping up off of it, then we'll go ahead and look for it. But right now, not looking too good for this one. Oil, man, oil took a big shit. I feel like they were just like doing this to dump on you. So this doesn't look too good for oil right now. So I'm not really too interested in playing too many things oil, unless it manages to hold this cloud base and recover off there. Macy's is one I'm playing over here, just more so for the volatility aspect. If Macy's actually magically had great earnings, I wasn't expecting this whatsoever. So I had great earnings over here, so we'll go ahead and see if it ends up having a cloud break. A little bit of delayed action over here, so I have these weird OTM calls. Once again, it's a volatility play rather than a strike play. Like, these things popped over here. But my strike rate for these... What's my strike rate? Alright, so my Macy's calls are $30 strikes. You're probably like, Ace, what the hell are you playing something so stupid for? It's never even hit that last year. It's never gonna gap fill. That's fine. It doesn't need a gap fill. It just needs to do something crazy like this. So, if we can get the blowout over here, I'll make money. If I get candle directions like this, I'll make money. If for some reason the clouds start forming and it starts popping up, I'll make money. The only time I don't make money in this is this way, and it decays like horribly. But my things I got so low and so cheap anyway, what's it gonna decay to 0? No, it's not gonna decay to 0. It's gonna decay to like maybe 1 cent, 2 cent, and the way the weird spread works on there, it's like a 5 cent or it's like a weird spread on there. So I think my average cost is like 3-4 cents or something like that, and the bids end up being like 1 cent, 5 cents every day, 6 cents every day for the ask. So it's weird how it works in the bids, but yeah, I'm not really losing money in there, but I'm not able to really sell out either. So it's a weird one that I'm doing. So that's why I have tons of time on my hand, and literally all I'm looking for is some insane volatility with the market. So if the market in general starts going upwards and this still starts holding, I'll make a play off that. But really, you guys shouldn't really be doing that one until you understand what you have in terms of like what you understand on here or what works for you. Oh, I forgot to check this too. No, they're coming in with puts for tomorrow. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's check the pain. I'm down 11%. If it breaks this range, I gotta take the lip. I gotta take the hit. Man. Alright, so here we go. So we're seeing a little bit of bulbs down here, right underneath the 20 SMA over here. So we're going to go ahead and see if it recovers over here and comes back up. But once again, it's still 12:30. I'm not too concerned about it. The only time it's really to be concerned is if it looks like it's going to go for the lower gap fill over here. So maybe another cloud support tap again. Alright, Maxer, yeah, once again, if you get price action into here, it's going to go ahead and come back down and dump into earnings. But if it can go ahead and recover over here, this will be a good one. Bitcoin, well, it's Bitcoin. We'll do that later. SLV's trying really, really hard to break out. It is not ready yet for me, and I'm still waiting for a little bit more premiums burn on those. So it's really not ready yet, in my opinion. I'd rather personally wait for them to burn out a little bit more before I go ahead and get in. I mean, it's been moving up really nicely, but not interested. Diz is just going to keep going up. If we go out to the weekly, actually, we'll go out to the monthly. That's probably a better perspective. So they gave you a generational discount. That was a discount over here that wicked before in 2014. So all of this price action that it broke out last year and everybody was making a big old deal about, they were like, yeah, man, this is breaking out. and this is a big deal that because it's been in range for so long, we were presented with a huge discount over there. So underneath $100 Disney was going right into my 401k. Yo, if you guys can retweet this, that'd be great. Let me post it in my Discord. Give me just a moment while I look at Tesla. No, Twitter. That's not what I wanted. Wow, so now you can't even... Okay, there we go. Alright. Alright, so back down here. Hold on, let's see what the codex is doing. Cool, I'm down 45% now. Alright, let's go back down the list. So this is one that looks really, really nice over here is MU. So we had weekly supports and mid supports drawn. So during the whole coronavirus, it never broke any of these weekly lower supports, and it ended up popping right off middle supports every single time. So we're getting to that point right now again to where I think this is ready to go back, and this is ready to go back to 60. A little bit of a delay. Once again, a lot of these dates I'm noticing, the Ichi point doesn't turn until about the 24th, 23rd. And those are where like you're seeing like the trouble areas or like the weakness points. So a lot of these things via Ichi still show that there's still potential for a little bit more sideways action, which that's what's going to matter in your options. If your options aren't timed right, you're going to be hit with that sideways decay, and in order to counteract that decay, that's why I have like my position sizing. You have to have your position sizing set into like increments. So whenever I enter a contract, I typically have like money set aside. So like, let's just say somebody enters I have like, I want to enter a position, and I don't know, we'll just make some random number. We'll make $100,000 portfolio, and I like to do a position, and I would probably set aside like $10,000 into something. So if I'm going to play like Mew, I'll be like, all right, here's 10 grand, but the first couple entries, I'm going to do like, I don't know, 2-3 grand. And then the next one, I'm going to do like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 grand. And then the last one will be like YOLO entries if they ever get filled. If they don't get filled, they still stay in my cap. Doesn't mean I'm using it. It's only for extreme situations for that one. And that's only if I'm like really, really wrong. But that's just an example of like what I do on my end. Let me check today's order flow. Is there anything worth playing other than Tesla? Dated calls, please. SLV puts. See, these guys are still betting puts on $19 call. Silver. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, silver ran up so much. It has to pull back a little bit. It would make more sense for silver to take off after the end of the year than now. But oh, look at this. I like this one. But god damn these guys. Why do they gotta aim so insanely? So look, this guy's Intel, it's a $65 strike. I don't know where it's at right now. ITC. This is one I've been bagging for my 401k as well. This gap will 100% fill. I don't know when it'll fill, but it will fill. There's nothing wrong with Intel at all whatsoever. There's nothing wrong with the company. They had this FUD out that came out, which was already known like a couple years ahead of time. So this just looks like a discount for me. And if anything, it seems like, hey, this was the coronavirus discount. Do I really think that this is going to come back down and double bottom out here and then go through? There's a very slim chance it will. But I don't know. I'm not going to bet that. I'm rather scaling in now and then have that capital set aside for a worst case scenario where it ends up coming down here. But I really don't think it's going to break these lows. If we go out to the weekly, strong levels over here since 2018, 2017. So upper range over here, mid range over here. So kind of just bouncing up and down the range right now. But this is a discount in my eyes. I think you guys said something. Hold on, let me check the ones you guys said. VZ, Square and Chewy. Yeah, I can check those. Please pop now. See, opening up fine. This is bulbing underneath. So it's not like these guys are selling up here. These guys are buying, in my opinion, down here. So we'll see if support holds. Sorry if I keep checking Tesla. This is a pretty intense position right now. Let me go back to what's it saying. Yeah, now I'm getting hit with more decay because it's not moving. Motherfucker. That's cool. It's cool. I got this. So I just need a little flip over here. Then we're good to go. Cloud needs to change. Pull this out. All right. You said SQ. Okay. Oh man, why does this have to be so extended? Yeah, that's really depressing because it means like I missed out, and I'm sure options are so expensive right now. So right now, I would say this absolutely needs to hold over this Tenkin level over here on the weekly. If it doesn't hold over here on Square, I think Square has a huge possibility of coming back down over here. I mean, on my end of this thing, this looks pretty bad on Square. Let me see what Orderflow is saying. Hey, we're gonna bet calls. Yeah, these are overpriced calls. Like, send this shit to the ground. Like, I don't know what option people would want to go ahead and buy this. Oh, yeah, the little dots. Yeah, sorry, that's my Cheddarflow. Let me turn that off. I have it set for Tesla alerts. No, they're still buying puts. What are they doing? They're buying puts on the rise. You know what that means. That's not good. Alright, what else do we have? So Square, yeah, Square, I mean, it doesn't look too good. We can check historical flow for the week and see what they were doing earlier this week. SQ. 75% bullish. So that means these weekly time frames mean absolutely nothing. Wait, what are their expirations? Insane. Yeah, these guys are willing to pay top dollar for these. Nothing too bearish coming through over here. So, yeah, I guess Tesla, the show continues. I mean, this guy over here is doing a nice play, 1120, 120 puts, but they're still fairly expensive as well. But, I mean, hey, 120 is down over here. That's not a bad target, especially if this loses. So, yeah, for me, I would say this is bearish. I'm not ready for the chart. If we go down to the daily bearish TK, if at any moment this ends up losing into the clouds, it'll dump. But if it can go ahead and recover the 150 area, yeah, then you'll have a little bit of a better bet. So Square, for premium reasons, I'm out. But I'm not into doing weeklies like this on expensive premiums. And then you're going to be like, why are you doing Tesla? Well, I'm doing Tesla because I'm trying to learn something, okay? So that's why I'm doing Tesla right now. That's why I've been posting my Tesla plays, because I don't know, I want to learn how to do this crazy option Tesla moves, and I made a lot of money this week, so I have a lot of money to play with. And it was because of SPY, and I still should have cashed out better than I should have. So let me just give you an example of what I did. So I played this whole run up over here to SPY. These things went from like 28 cents to $1.95, $1.90 up here. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a little bit of profit for the week. So I took profit. And then all week long, I was like, nah, they're going to pump back. Nah, they're going to pump back. And then my dumbass takes profit over here. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take some money out. So I took money out practically at the bottom over here. I mean, I was still up 100%. But over here, I was up way more percent. So they're finally like back over what I sold them at. So I was like, damn, I should have just held on to them. So yeah, it's intense when you're in stupid amounts of profit. So I'm glad I took it out. I mean, at least I feel like I did something, because I rarely take profit. I end up moving my stuff all over the place, and this isn't good. You have a TK cross coming over here, bearishly. Price actions over here, clouds closing. This is bad news bearish, especially for 1230. We're doing this one. Looks like we're coming over here and testing the lows over here for today. And most likely going to come back down more. That means my Tesla play is going to get fucked. Alright, I got to get out of Tesla. Because if the market's not going to move, Tesla's not going to move. Wow. Alright, yeah, this is not looking too hot for me. Can't win them all. So yeah, let's go back and check everything again. So I'm in this one too. I've been mentioning this one for quite some time. Followed order flow on this one. I'm so sorry, I forgot a couple here, guys. See, I get into this and I forget. So I'll come back to this. Yeah, I'll check Chewy, I'll check Verizon, and I'll check Hal too. So let me check Chewy real quick. Chewy, I gave you guys my outlook. Like, if you guys like pets and have pets, you guys understand. You guys will feed your pets and spoil your pets. So it's been on an insane rise right now. So yeah, it's a little bit expensive. So most pullbacks I'd pull back and buy on. I was bullish before this pump, so kind of took profit over here. So these kind of pumps are always like annoying for me because I always feel like it needs to consolidate before it pops back up. So Chewy, I would more so play it on lower time frames and see if it can consolidate a little bit more. So I would let earnings pass by, see how it does on earnings, and give things to settle down a little bit. And yeah, we'll see how earnings go. So we'll check this one tomorrow. I'll definitely post it on Twitter. Apparently, I have levels drawn. Yeah, look, this is getting fucked right now. I'm getting fucked. Damn it. Alright, let me exit this. Should I exit this? Hold on. Oof. Yeah, I should exit this. But my codex is popping, so I might not have to exit this, because then I could just, you know, cost average in here. Alright, codex is going. I should exit codex over here. Decisions. Alright, we'll come back to it. Let me just set an alert then. It touches. How much do I want it? Look, see, look, this is pretty cool. This is like one of my favorite things. This is like the easiest way for me to set alerts. Like, I'll set my alert over here. Did I set it? Okay. Yeah, I mean, so if I ignore the candles over here and I just say, I mean, Ichi formation is a little bit sketchy over here, but what I'm more focused on over here right now is this over here, which was more helpful for me yesterday. Right now, I needed to break the trend line, and if it does break, I really needed to break this line before things get sketchy. Yesterday, I saw like how insane these went. I'm a little bit OTM right now because I did 500 strikes, so I probably shouldn't have done those strikes. But once again, I don't know if I want to hold this one as well. So I'm going to see what I want to do with this one, so I'm going to hold. I mean, nothing is invalidated for me yet. It's just the mental struggle of like, damn, these things are really expensive. So they just go nuts. Because before, when I initially tried doing this stuff like a couple months back, I did Tesla, and like these things just went so nuts on me. They went from like couple dollars to about 70 cents, and I lost so much money, and I was like, yo, fuck Tesla. And you know when I did that around, hold on, let me pull it up over here. God damn it, Spy. Let me show you when I did that. So Tesla fucked me. I think, yeah, we were right around here. So here's where I got fucked by Tesla, and I just got this pump over here really wrecked me. I was trying to short it and like stupid shit like that, and just not really following the trend of stuff, and like this really wrecked me. And I was just like, yeah, well, I don't want to trade Tesla no more. Then I missed out on all of this, and just the volatility in these contracts is just out of this world. So I'm not bad at trading, so I think I could handle it. But yeah, it definitely is something fun. Oh my god. Here we go. Let me just go to tech real quick, see what tech's doing, if it's bringing shit down. AMD dailies. What we're looking for is like, I'm seeing like what's happening up over here, seeing how these TK crosses are. I mean, some of these things are like bearish TKing, so like it looks to me, hey, what's up, Beast? What's up, man? Yo, I haven't forgotten about you guys with the other tickers. I'm just going through because like the market's like changing, so I gotta like keep checking shit as I go along. Yeah, this is gonna be bad news bear here. Yeah, a lot of these things are about to bearish TK, so I'm really curious if like they're gonna recover something and bring everything back. One thing I do want to pull up is this might be something that might be interesting. I ran across something that was helpful on one of the things. So this is apparently the stimulus check stuff. So they have like these negotiation dates and everything like that. So we just if the Senate passes by September 11th and stuff, and so there's just like this weird little timeline. So if you notice, a lot of these things correlate with my charts. Like the 24th, I keep mentioning this is on the 30th. I keep saying like September is going to be a sketchy month. A lot of these dates rely on September. And if I go over here to like the seasonality tool for like a lot of these things on like daily time frames, you can tell that a lot of these things show that they're going to be popping more so in November. So just watching this timeline and it's just kind of funny for me to watch this. So I'm just keeping things in mind because if they do end up printing out more money and saying that they're going to go ahead and do things, Dixie will drop, and I'm assuming the market will go ahead and pump with that. So with all that in mind, those are dates to go ahead and focus on. If you're in my Discord, it's in the Forex and Futures channel because I was talking about my favorite thing. And this is why we're pumping, of course. Of course, that's why we're dumping. Well, that's a pretty strong move by Dixie over here. Dixie looks like it's going to go back for that 93.60 area with this kind of move. Let's go to the daily. Ah, man, that's a strong daily. Ah, man, I hope it comes back down. Because if it looks like it's going to come back over here and break into the clouds, that's pretty insane. UUP, that is playing Dixie with options. Yeah, Dixie's ruined the fun. Yeah, what fun suckers over here. What a rip all morning long, and it hasn't been reacting. Alright, yeah, this should come down. This is resistance right here. And it's been running up all day. And this is the 15-minute chart, too. Yeah, I don't think this is going. I think we pump, because SPY hasn't done anything all day either. So if we go to SPY, it's actually done pretty good. I mean, it's reacting now, but considering that Dixie's been going up, and then SPY was going up, and then now SPY is finally reacting poorly when Dixie's reaching resistance. So let's go ahead and see if this swings back over here. We're approaching almost 1 o'clock over here. All right, let me go ahead and check the other ones. Yo, Beast, are you trading anything? Are you looking at anything? Anything exciting on your end? Now that BC came here, I have to check this ticker. I've been waiting for an entry. Dang, RGLD's topping out. So what I'm hoping over here with the RGLD is it ends up coming down over here and plays this range, and I get a better entry on it. But yeah. Back to tech. Microsoft, right on the clouds. This isn't good either. Like, it needs to recover off over here. What are they doing with Orderflow over here today? 87% bullish, so they are buying right off this dip over here on this cloud. So they're saying we're buying right now. Yeah, Reggie. Oh, dude, I know. Reggie, I'm so mad, man. I knew, like, the other day, I was like, hey, look, it just broke out all-time highs. I'm like, this is pumping. And I didn't get in. And, man, big regrets. So I hope it comes back down at least over here so I can get another shot at it. But, yeah, man, Reggie's a really nice one. It had a super nice breakout over here. So this should continue definitely a lot higher. And that's a breakout from 2018. Yeah, damn. Well, at least I'm glad you're in it, so I don't feel as bad as not me being in it. At least one of my friends are in it. All right, what are you doing here? You're cutting up. Where's the 10? Oof, man. Where's fucking ugly ass PA over here? Apple's still coming down. I mean, it's not bearish. Apple hasn't twisted yet or even tapped, so I still think Apple could recover. Glow. Here's another one, Beast. It's like at this weird top range over here. Nothing's really bearish about it. Lots of option order flow that was coming through that was blocks. Yeah, I'm still in Zers. I'm holding Zers until they hit $6. Like, I'm not selling this one. So I think this one should go. Maybe a little bit slower. By the end of August, maybe I'll get better chances to reload, but I really don't think it's coming back down to 4. I think it goes to $6. God damn it, Tesla. This is fucking me. I have Beast. I have an obnoxious amount of Macy's calls. I couldn't help it. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy so many Macy's calls. So I'm just expecting any kind of pop, really. But yeah, Macy's is one that I'm expecting some kind of weird move. They magically made good earnings, so I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. Marvel's another one. Marvel should hit all-time highs by the end of the year. I'm aiming for $50 by the end of the year. And if it doesn't hit $50 by the end of the year, I think it'll definitely hit $50 next year, no problem. Marvel's been just on a huge tear, and I compare Marvel to this one because I don't know, I think they're pretty much the same company. So this is valued at about $100, so I think Marvel can definitely be valued at least about $60. Qualcomm. Qualcomm, I've been posting back and forth on Twitter. It's been in a huge range for quite some time. We had a huge range discount over here. It flipped back over, and it's just been going. Weekly breakout over here, so I'm hoping it comes back down over here about 105. So any kind of dip I can get around this, or like some kind of support test over here, I'll be ready to go in and add back again. So this is definitely one you want to keep an eye out on. EA Sports, looks like that double topped out. Where's my pump? Look, and like that, my calls are in the money for this. Again. Why is Tesla now moving? Okay. Alright, what else do we have left on this list? TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx broke out, but then dumped on earnings, and now it's continuing. ATVI, this is the one that's setting up really bad. Looks really, really bad over here. Let me check this one. ATVI held up so nicely. Look at this, man. 219. What did these put? $77 puts. That's really not a bad play right over here. This person's like such a conservative person, and now that I've been playing more expensive one, it's like, well, this isn't too bad. Right now, ATVI is inside the clouds, so it absolutely needs to break out of the clouds and recover. And if for some reason it doesn't, ends up breaking the clouds, you'll see this thing come back down about, I would say, at least to about this level, and if things get really worse, somewhere in between that box over here. So that's the level I'd say if it ends up breaking out of the clouds over here. We can even extend this line because I'm sure that's important. Yeah, so yeah, not looking too good for ATVI. It would absolutely need to break 81 by the end of this week. So there's still a slight chance for ATVI, but it's not looking good. TTD, same thing, back into the clouds. A lot of these need the cloud recoveries to make any kind of money again. Roku we already did. Tesla, this looks fucking ugly. Damn, I should buy puts instead. Dang, I should do puts. Okay, maybe I should take my loss here. Yeah, puts look really nice on Tesla right now. That's a pretty ugly rejection on both lines over here, and still cutting up over here. Tesla puts. Well, what are they looking like over here? So next week, nope. Look, these are mine. This is the one I had yesterday. Oh man, this is my play. I was doing these yesterday. I got these suckers at like 9 something, and now they're priced at 15. And I exited yesterday before close at like $14. And now these guys are back in and buying these again for a $400 strike. Dang. Oh man, and I exited anything that I made over $10 profit. Damn. So I can't like enter them in again unless I sell stuff. $1,500 per contract. Insane. But for today, this is the ones I did for today. I did the 500 call contracts. But can you imagine if Tesla does pump and this does get anywhere close to like 400? These are going straight to $10, $15 from $3. That'd be some insane amount of money. Check VIX. Yeah, I normally do. Let me double check it, see how it's going. Dixie was at its top just a minute ago when we were checking. So with VIX over here, I would say if at any moment over here on my end, if it ends up breaking down over here further and that black line goes in here, it'll come back down. I mean, right now for VIX, it already hit the target end to end into the Ichi bullish TK. So unless it wants to recover over these midlines, which I really don't think it will, I think it'll more so come down to about 26 now. I think it's done. VIX has done its play. I've seen tons of instances like this. I can pull up an example real quick. Oh shit, let me go flex on my one thing and let them know I'm live. Hold on. Wait for it. Yo, I want you guys to give me an opinion on something. This is my and I gotta find out his name. I keep forgetting his name. No, what is his name? I'll figure that out. But he made this for me, and where is the cloud entries? Yeah, so here's what pretty much I'm seeing that's happening with VIX right now. Entered into the clouds. This isn't a perfect end-to-end tap, but life's not perfect. So it ended up end tapping, and I think it's just going to fizzle out at this point. Unless things go really crazy again, I think this may possibly be the bottom. I'll have to look into this a little bit more. Lower time frames. Alright, so maybe it's... And then a flip back over here would make it bullish again. So I guess it's trying really hard to flip back bullish. Let me check VIX, VXX. Yeah, it's trying again. Like, I mean, it's to the point where if it's gonna try to go for 28, it's gonna go for it at this point. But if at I would say by the end of close it doesn't start moving, it'll just come back underneath this cloud. So you really want it to hold this 2650 level over here, or VIX will just come back down more. And let me go to the daily. Yeah, daily, a huge cloud rejection over here. So maybe it'll end up coming back up over here. So it isn't a bullish TK on the daily end of right now, so you don't want it to lose this $26 level. So VIX might still, this VXX might still bounce. The other one doesn't look so good. But this one looks alright because you already had the initial rejection over here, and now there's still a possibility where it can go to $30 and break out and go for the good 35. So this might be interesting. Let me check Dixie what happened in that one. Yeah, Dixie, that's... Yeah, this definitely has to be the top. There's no way it goes further. Be pretty wild. Yeah, Hal, I'm so sorry. Yeah, let me check that one. Last I checked Hal, it should still be in the same formation. Yeah, it's still in the same shit right now. So, let me zoom out a little bit more, give you a better idea. So I'm basing Hal off monthly levels as well. So you have this 2008 low over here, which is around like this $12, $14 level. I went ahead and chose this one over here for the 2009 low. So Hal Burton, the way I'm playing is I'm seeing there's a Tenkin level over here. There's the support level over here as far as like historical PA goes. So if I just start zooming into it, what I'm trying to see is this going to go ahead and break out of the weekly clouds and go ahead and aim for this 21 level? Is it going to hold these major levels over here? And then when I go down to the daily, is it going to go ahead and hold this level again that I had drawn out with the weekly PA and come back into the clouds and go back up? Now, if it goes back into the clouds, it's going to come back down to about like $12. So my play would be invalidated around like $13.50. But once again, it also depends. Am I doing this for a spot? I'm looking for an options play on this one. So I'll do spot for like dividends, but I've been waiting for an entry on Hal for this one. So none of my options have been hitting. I think alerts went off, but nothing's really perfectly set up just yet. It's been perfectly fine because it's been over support is the main thing. So since the 24th of July, it's been good. Right now, you see over here, you have a little bit of a double top over here, so couldn't really break the double top area, so kind of just consolidating over here before it pops. Yeah, a lot of things are getting wrecked over here, so definitely something to be careful on. That's why I don't like those short-term expirations. Like, I don't mind them if I am able to manage them quickly, but I don't want to sit here at a chart all day long and like worry about it. Like, doing Tesla like this alone is already hard enough. Like, it's affecting IRL and everything, trying to trade Tesla and trying to make this quick bucks. So that's why I don't mind sitting around. I have crypto to mess around with. PDD is one I'm watching. We're going to go ahead and see if PDD ends up breaking out of this range or not. If this breaks down, this will be lower targets, way low over here. If it goes for the break on the upside, I think it'll go hard. But this is basically internet retail and everything like that. So I don't think it's rotation for it just yet. But definitely worth watching this range. New Zealand dollar. Oh, the Tesla options that I'm doing right now are nuts. They are... Yeah, I'm doing 918 expiration, so they're pretty nuts. I don't know if you want to do them. I mean, I probably recommend you guys don't do them because once again, I'm testing something out myself so I can learn on Tesla. I don't typically do short-term options. I always end up advising against it like I just did. But I'm in 918 500 expiration, 500 strike calls. I'm at a 13% loss right now. So yeah, we're seeing what happens at the end of the day. So yeah, I would not do them. I mean, there were some Tesla ones. The only time I would recommend you do them is let's say you do really, really good one day. You made stupid amounts of money. You're in euphoria. You're in Lambo land. That's when you should take out some money and be like, hey, I'm going to pay an expensive lesson to go ahead and learn something. That's when you should do it. So if you're in extreme euphoria, take some money out. Go learn something new by trading it. Because you're not going to learn by reading it. You're going to learn more better by actually doing it. So go do something exotic. Like for me, the most exotic thing I'm doing right now is I will be selling you guys covered calls. So if anybody wants to buy covered Neo calls, I'll be selling them in a couple months. So you'll be buying off me. But yeah, let me check. SPAC. I've been watching SPAC, Michaela. I don't know what's going to happen there. A lot of people are really talking about this one. I mean, they're like super bullish on this one. They're saying $30. There's no options on this one, but I would love to grab it. Perfectly set up over here for at least to move about the $16 over here at the least. But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of big Twitter people who are pretty big that end up saying this is going back to like $30, if not like $100. So pretty insane targets on SPAC. I don't even know how to take this one. Well, what are your thoughts? You should post what are your thoughts on SPAC? I mean, low time frames look fine. I guess it's gonna keep moving up. Zers I did, but I'll do it again for you. Yeah, I mean, $6 is my target for Zers. It'll pull back here and there. Oh, they have a merger in October. Oh, man, yeah, if they have a merger, then that might be even better. So, yeah, I've never done the whole playing actual catalysts and things like that. What else do we have? Let's check metals real quick. Dots got rejected over here for where it was going to possibly break out, so that's good for gold people. NGD's one that's just been riding up like crazy for me. Maybe a little bit of a pullback here and there, but I'm looking for NGD to go at least over $2 and hold. Gold into the clouds. You don't want this close over here to come back down. You want to go back up and pop. It's trying. So we're going to look for this ramp off. If it ends up ramping off, I'll feel a little bit better because I'll have a better idea of where the clouds are going to go. Silver still going sideways. A lot of compression on the B-bands. So move soon, but it's not looking in favor for me yet. Ironically, SLV doesn't look too bad. It's still really tight. Cloud formation's a lot better because it's still strong over here. But option premiums are still blown up for this one, so I'd like a little bit more decay or at least sideways action. AGI. So AGI is doing an interesting pattern over here. AGI is... What's the Tesla battery day catalyst? What's this exotic stuff you're telling me about? What day is this? I like if I was gonna play a catalyst, like I don't know. I guess I'd want to play it like the day of. I guess you could play the day before, but I just feel like that's like playing an earnings play. See, nobody's selling down here. If you notice this one over here, like there's no bulbs down here. Nobody's selling down here. They've already got over here. So I'm still expecting this to pop to back to 395. I just hope that my things don't. I mean, I have money that I can just move aside. Oh, look, Codex, dude. It's really going for it. I'm not going to lose my money. Hold on. This is very exciting. So, oh, look. My God. I don't know what's going on here, but I like it. This is the first time I've held an option until the day before. Yeah, so a lot of people ask me that. Yeah, I do trade full-time, but I do have a full-time job as well. And I do my full-time crypto stuff. So my life's insane. But the cool thing is my job's from home. So I literally don't have to go anywhere. I can trade, and it's not like a super intense job. I like do beta launches for things. So it's a pretty easy job, nothing like super intense. I do it more so for like the health benefits and everything like that. So yeah, I'm doing a little bit of full-time trading, doing a little bit of like content creating and doing my job. Eventually the goal is to like, quit working, but I don't want to quit working because it's like, I don't know, it's free money and just I don't know. It's not bad. If it was like a job where I had to actually go in and physically go in and have to deal with people or like interact with people constantly and stuff like that, yeah, then maybe I'd be like, all right, well, maybe I'm gonna go full-time trading. But yeah, I don't really need to like quit my job and still full-time trade. I incorporate my trades into that. Now, if I wanted to do like intense hardcore day trading where it's like those people that are like, yeah, where we did like 150 trades today manually, then yeah, maybe I would be like, all right, maybe I need like a room with like a lock on it and like nothing but a laptop. But until that day comes, I don't think I'm gonna need to do all that. That's exotic. I would never want to go through that much stress. Like Tesla alone caused me so much stress. So I can't imagine doing that for like a living. Like, wow. Like I would love to do it manually. Manually is one that I really, really want to do. There's this guy. He let me into his class for this one. I learned so much on his class, like unbelievably so much. So let me see this. Let me see if I can tell something. So this is a good one over here. Great example of what he was showing. So right now the price is rising, but they are not buying at all whatsoever. So right now the whole time the price is rising, but none of these dark pools, none of these accumulator people's algos, none of these algos are buying. So the method that he has over here for this type of trading, it's something that you'd want to use on like futures, forex, something with like high ticks or something that you'll make more money off of than just doing straight up options on. I mean, you could do options, but I mean, he has more than that. But if I'm looking personally to do SPY trades, and I want to be able to do like trades where I'm doing 50 trades, but I'm doing them with like some sort of pattern and some kind of algo. So I want to join these guys eventually. That is the end goal. I want to be able to just check on my algo, be like, oh, you're doing good. I'm good. Do you guys have any requests? I think I've been on for an hour, so if you guys have any requests, let me know, and we can go ahead and check a couple things. There's really not too much on my end anymore. I mean, you're seeing options come through for XOP, which are looking really interesting. XOP, let's check the chart for that. I had somebody ask me a really good question earlier. Let me go ahead and open his DMs. And if it's you and you're watching the stream, I'm only calling you out because you asked a good question. Oh, you did ask me. You asked me about GON. Yeah, somebody asked me earlier about basically like how many. I'm always tweeting stocks and which ones are the ones to buy, or like not necessarily like that. Like how do you trade? How many do you trade? And like do you take all your trades? Basically along those lines. No, I'll post a lot of setups. I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm looking for setups on. If I can pull up like a great example, let me see. I think I did it the other day. Like I'll retweet people's things because they have a lot of good ideas. Like for example, here's one. I retweeted this one because NEM I'm watching for quite some time. This is big resistance over here from 1987. Once this 1987 resistance breaks, NEM is going to fucking fly through the rails. It's going to hit $96, if not all-time highs. So sometimes I post things that people have ideas on that you should be able to generate if you have some sort of common sense for charts. Ripster's another great one. He posts a lot of really good stuff over here and just posts examples for continuations. So it's just there's certain things that I know end up like being good things for me. Like for over here, like is it going to go for the cloud break entry and we're going to go for a pop? Let me see if I have a better one. I think I posted a bunch of them the other day. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I think I did a lot of these. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, maybe they're not in here. Maybe they're in my Discord channel. I'll just share my Discord. And if you guys want to join my Discord, you can. It'll make me feel a little better not posting all these charts without moves. So here's like one of the biggest things I was posting over here in my Discord. What we're looking for right now is we're looking for weekly TKs that are breaking through these weak points. If we can get things that break out to the weak point, this is where these are like the tickers that you want to keep an alert on. If these things break out to the weak points and they're underneath the monthly B bands, that's the things that you're going to look for moves and measured moves on, or whatever these things that everybody call them. I mean, that's like the kind of things I'm looking for. Like, so across these whole things, this is already broken out. So this is already breaking out over here. So I'm looking for this on the bottom end. I'm looking for this to pop off over here. I haven't even checked LPLA. Let's see how it's doing. And if you want to know like what my exact strategy is, like I have no problem telling you that. Like it's about, I don't know if you'll be able to execute it, but I have no problem telling it. So you're looking for like weekly TK breakouts that are on like weekly end of things. So early on, you'll be looking for something like this. You'll be looking for these cloud entries. If it happens on a weekly aspect, that means it's going to be a little bit different when it's inside of daily aspects. So weekly aspects, you're looking for those cloud entries. But you got to keep in mind, macro time frame cloud entries work a little bit differently. They take a lot more time to play out. If you're looking for daily ones, you're looking for something like this. Look for the price compression once there's an extreme dump. Look for the price getting close to the clouds. And then over here, once it's into the clouds or actually in there and confirmed, that's when you can play to the end of the end. Once it goes into the daily, into the clouds, it'll go to the end of the cloud and maybe possibly even break out. So that's another one right there. Price compression, cloud entry on the daily. You can go ahead and apply that into whatever time frame you want. It just works a little bit differently over here. So over here, you're seeing the 4 hour over here. You just would play that a little bit differently. You see the extension on the B band. So, I mean, there's just so many things. There's like a couple things I use. I mean, if you guys really want it, I could do a video and stream about it, but I've explained it before. But you're more than welcome to hit me up on my DMs, and I'll definitely go ahead and chat about it and explain to you. But yeah, B bands and Ichimoku are pretty much the most main, simple, basic things on top of just regular pattern recognition and things like that. I'm working on this thing for everybody as well, to where I'm like trying to make something to where I can actually show you guys like, hey, this is what you need to do. This is where you're stop on actual charts that everybody's been doing. Zill, yeah, exotic. Let's do it. My bags. It's basically wiping out all its pump gains. So I would say it's probably doing something like this right now. So we'll see once it gets. Yeah, I mean, it's not really doing too much right now. That's the problem. A lot of things are on hold because of Bitcoin. Yeah, back into the range again. So now it's in the upper range. It was in the lower range for quite some time. So eventually it'll start popping back off. It's going to take some time. I'm looking on a weekly time frame. And for crypto, especially these old things like this, I don't think they're going to be... it's going to be harder for them to pump back up. All right, where's everything going? Where's my codex at? Is it going to the moon? Oh, I think you're watching right now. He mentioned Gone. I think somebody else had mentioned Gone to me. Yeah, somebody else said they were in Gone and it was hurting for them in this chat. Yeah, Gone is in price discovery, and that's the only issue with this one. whenever it's in price discovery, that thing's like, it's always an issue because I'm never too sure on where it's going to go. And apparently this one is like a gambling one. So the main gambling source one right now is DKNG. Anything underneath that, I would say, is basically something that's going to follow it. So, damn, this looks really good. It's about to go through crazy. Dang, I didn't even stay into my play. Yeah, this looks like it's going to blow off. So I would say Gon is probably going to react once this blows off over here. But without that going, Gon, and let's just say this starts correcting, I think Gon will probably have an inverse reaction to it. But right now, Gon looks like it's going to start chasing right after it. From the open, it's already up about 2%. So Gon is trying to recover over here. It's just something that you'd rather play on lower time frames. So here's another one right over here. Cloud break into over here. You'll see cloud tops over here. That's where you can place your entry points. You have a huge gap on the upside, which you can also try to play. But yeah, I'm not a fan of price discovery and something that's like a second to the main thing that everybody's trading. Yeah, like Penn and DKNG are like the only gambling ones I would touch. Anything underneath, they're just trying to, in my eyes, just trying to copy or catch up, and they haven't built a base. And look at this pump. Man, Davey, and like I saw the options this morning. These options fucking went like 10,000% on some of these. Insane, man. Davey Dave, man. He doesn't even know that he did that. He's probably thinking to himself, he's like, yeah, man, I'm so good on this one. I did so good. I did a 13% gain. It's like, Davey, man, you missed on $10,000. Or like 10,000%. There was so much more percent that went through on this. Wild. And I think he's on right now doing something. Yo, thank you everybody for joining the stream. I'm going to actually go ahead and get off. I want to go ahead and manage some of my trades and see what's going on. We're reaching like the 130 point, so I'm off today. So if I'm free later, I'll go ahead and hop on stream later and we can check out some crypto and we can check out some Uniswap and see how much pain's going on. But really quick though, I guess I'll do this. I'm not that much in a hurry. I have a huge crypto list on here. Let's see what's the pain. Sushi, pain, bottom. Kusama, bottom. I mean, like, so, like, the way I'm basing these bottoms real quick off of is, like, you can base your wicks off any of these. Do you want to base it off the wick low? Do you want to base it off the candle base low? Those are your stop structures you can use. KSM, base low. More pain. I hate this coin. Not bad. More pain. I don't know. He'll scam it more. Maybe an SR flip. I don't know if this is like ant shares or what this is. GVT looking for a pullback. I'm not into that pair. MCO. My metal cards, guys. My metal cards. Send this shit to the ground. I hate that company. You have to stake your cards so you have to buy their coins so you can use their thing and get your rewards points. Go scam somebody else. I guess it's cool if you're like not in America and it's like harder for you to use crypto and there's not many options. I guess I completely understand for those people, but most people I mean, there's plenty of other cards. New. Well, it ran out what it was supposed to do. Nope. Definitely nope. Maybe. I mean, the only worry over here would be is if it ends up doing something like this again, to where who knows what happens. BNB looks alright. Hopefully it doesn't double top out over here. Litecoin is a no. Man, a lot of these things look horrible. KNC horrible. Waves horrible. I mean, unless they're bottoms and we're all just going to catch bottoms here. But I'm looking at dailies like DCR looks like it's going to recover. Dang, so much pain. Even algo. Algo needs to start paying those influencers already, and I don't really have any kind of platforms to recommend. Yeah, there's not any crypto futures. I'm not even sure what crypto futures are. You mean just like, I mean, there's like BitMEX, FTX, there's Binance. You can trade futures. I mean, you can trade like the perps on those. Oh, like a US one. Yeah, there's no US one that does that. I mean, the closest things you'll get is maybe like Prime XBT, but I don't recommend those weird ones. Yeah, US isn't too friendly with crypto. You're not gonna get away with it too easily over here, unless you're going Coinbase. Dang, Theta actually doesn't look too bad. It's trying harder than anything. CRV dumped. Neo. No. All of these look horrible. This leads me to my next thing. That means if all of these charts look this horrible, I wonder what the market cap is at right now. We probably leaked a lot on the market cap. This isn't just like a normal leak across the board. This is a big leak. Poly's the only Poly's okay. Poly's still in this big giant triangle. My bids just got filled for this one, so I'm praying Poly breaks out. So we're playing Poly, looking for group. If anybody wants to play Poly, this is one I'm trying. AGI doesn't look bad. AGI is actually going. 1, 10. Alright, ONT, what's this all about? ONT's trying really hard to recover, like it has some kind of news or something coming up. ARDR, forever range. Range. See this range from like 2019? When announcement. Wi-Fi perp. Well, this is like a perfect ticker to where like, if I could find like a whip and I could whip myself in the back, I would. Like, this is a great example of how I never want to hear. I don't even know why it's on my list right now. I think I just like to give myself pain every time I watch it. Knowing that people were shilling this to me down here and it reached more than a Bitcoin. I missed out on the real Bitcoin and the real Bitcoin rally this year. Like, how horrible am I? IOST looks good. That's the only one that looks good out of most of them. Yeah, crypto looks like shit. Let's check the total market cap and then I'm out. Alright, so it could be worse. Our whole thing is if we can recover back over 350, I think we'll go ahead and see highs, but you really don't want this to break any lower. Like, really don't. At most, you'd want to see it go into range, but I really don't want to see, like, that many billions leak out. Like, how many billions leaked out from there? We went from almost 400 billion down to 320. Like, I'm just giving like an average. So almost like 70 billion lost in the market in that one little candle. That's pretty intense. Because last time it does stuff like this, it's not the best reaction afterwards. So let's hope everything ends up being okay for crypto. Yeah, I can. Well, I mean, I guess I'm not really in a hurry or anything, so I guess I could definitely go ahead and explain it a little bit more. Well, Harry, I guess I'm gonna go get a drink. Hold on. Oh no, it's in front of me. Yes, saved. My big thing is I gotta eventually take the puppers out, and he's not. I guess he's still sleeping. Hang on. I'll go over these in just a second. Let me just make sure everything's okay. The one thing I totally recommend doing is I would recommend reading the white paper for this one. They explain it way better than I'll be ever able to explain it. And if not, Dan or Jake, who are both like the people for TrendSpider, they both give great examples on their things and they're super friendly. So I would definitely ask them as well. But I'll give you my examples. Alright. Yeah, I guess I'll keep this stream going until a puppy wakes up, or or I lose like under 10 viewers. Give me just a moment. I'm just trying to get everything ready so I can go for round 2. Sec. Yeah, so like one of the biggest things with the Trend Spider candles over here, I don't just willy-nilly use them like all the time. There has to be like certain scenarios I'm looking for, and most of them revolve around basically. So I wonder if I can find an example. Okay. I'm gonna switch over to the daily. See if there's anything on here that shows anything. Okay. So the one thing that Dan did on his end was he basically on his I mean these some of these candles are red and green, so if you had the color set up on there, you'll see like a red candle, green candle, and it'll show things like that. I'm not concerned about the candles or what specifically the colors they're doing because um I'm more concerned about what levels people are buying at. Like for example, you see over here how like there's these things get thick over here, and then you see up over here where there's no thickness at the bottom, the thickness is at the top. All these guys most likely that were accumulating over here ended up getting out over here up at these highs. And then once you get back down over here at the support line, you can see them starting to accumulate again over here near the end. And then same thing over here, selling out over here. So if you know how to read bar candles in general, it's sort of with them, but with their own little twist with volume and everything like that. So, like, let's see if I can find a little better example. GS. This should be a good example, I think. So you're really just looking for them at important points. You can also look for these dojis that they print out over here. They're like basically important pivot points. You can look at those as well. So right now GS is coming out to the end of the thing over here. So what I'm focusing on is that okay, so GS popped out over here, but these guys don't look like any of them ended up basically and nobody ended up selling up over here. It doesn't look like over here. They did on this day, but this day it looks more like they're buying, and still over here it looks like they're buying. So until I actually get a candle close underneath outside of the clouds or underneath over here in this level, it doesn't look too bad to me. I'd still be curious as to what they're doing over here, and obviously I can figure that out on my own if I go to different time frames. But you want to find this stuff at important points. A lot of the times when there's like those fresh breakouts, it'll give you a better indication on this one. So you're not always going to find it in every single one, but you will find it on some of them. Let me see if I can find it on P10. Let me see. Yeah, if I see something more important, I will definitely go ahead and post it on Twitter a little bit more. But I would definitely watch Trend Spider and stuff because they definitely post a lot of that stuff and they can explain it way better than me because they're the ones who created it. Alright, let me go back to Tesla on here. Yeah, could I check out Chloe? Yeah, I can check it out. I mean, the cloud base hasn't been lost yet, so it's not like completely bearish yet. So it doesn't look horrible. What's your idea on this one? Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not the best. Like, right now, with the way the market is, I really want to just find the best of the best rather than just willy-nilly. Like, look, Ford, I still think is going to go. Like, Ford has been compressing for way too long. Why isn't my chart moving? Oh, no. Let's see what's coming through for flow. Yeah, man, these guys are just keep buying themselves time. More and more time. Every single time. $6 strikes in the money. These are in the money play. What a play. What an amazing play. This is so cheap. It's unbelievable how cheap this is. He's buying almost something that's 96 cents away from in the money. And is over the money. And it's only $1.51. That's fucking just nuts. Why are they so cheap? This is crazy. This is such a good play over here. Like, this is my favorite play. Like, amazing over here. Wow. This is for the boys. I gotta show this to a couple people. Like, this is such a good investment play on here. In the money thing, maybe it dips a little bit lower here and there, but overall, I think it's gonna go ahead and go crazy. This should go super nuts. I'm just gonna post this real quick so I don't forget it. I'm gonna call it gold. This way I don't forget. Let me go back to my trades because I have not focused on that at all. Alright, Tesla. See, you're burning my premium. Doing absolutely nothing. Let's go back over here. And for shits and giggles, let's go check the 1 minute chart. Versus the 30. Damn. Tesla. Really fucking me over here. Hang on, we'll go over a couple more things. Apps, APBS, yeah, we can check that. Is that a stock or is that a I wrote Faps. Whoops. Alright, let's see. Digital turbines, damn, that is a monster. What's wrong here? Did they cure Corona? Damn, from $6? Yeah, damn. That's like a Zoom part 2. Yeah, that's wild. Totally like not my style to play this just because it's gone so crazy. But there are a couple ones that I keep meaning to add on here. So if you guys know any water tickers, man, Michael Burry is super bullish on water. And when I look at the water chart, like I don't know what I was doing working at fucking my job I was doing in 2010 instead of investing in water. The most common, easy, simplest thing to invest. I could have been up hundreds of % on water. And this thing has options on here too. So this is on support right now. I don't think water is going to be going down anytime soon. So I think Waterworks is just a good another shooter on here. Earnings plays, dividends, 55 cent in dividends. Good earnings. So you get good earnings every time. You get good dividend plays. Why would you even sell your stock? Oh, I'll have to post the link on here. Hold on, let me post it. I'll just keep it open for a couple hours. How many are you guys on here? There's only 11 of you right now, so I'm only gonna post this for 10. Someone's getting fucked. There's the Discord link. I'm more active on Twitter, but I've been trying my best to post in there. So on my days off, I've been trying to update stuff. Damn it, I keep telling myself I need to get this. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so we're all happy then. Oh, man. Okay. Where's Spy going here? Yeah, Spy is still not going good. It's trying. I mean, it's holding off the lows, not trying to get down to the lows over here, but this is the weak point. Just needs to get a little bit further. Looks like the timing's going to work out to be conveniently around 2 o'clock again. So we'll see what happens in a few moments on this one. Do you guys have any other stock tickers that you guys want me to check? Do you guys have any of the penny stocks? I've been actually wanting to try them a little bit. See if you guys got any like weird degenerate ones. I'll go ahead and check them. Or if Michaela, if you're still on here, if you have any tickers, you seem to have some good ones. Give me your tickers. Now, woman. Please. Apparently news came out that Congress scrapped another stimulus. Haha! Timelines! Not a surprise, they scrapped another stimulus. So, Donald Trump could be like next week on the 17th, on Thursday, be like, yo, fuck all you guys, I'm signing this. So, he could just sign it and say go. Costs, Lowe's Energy. You're a wild man. What's the plan on, wait, Crypto Love, you might be a girl, I'm sorry. What's the plan on, Cause? What's your target? Target, please. Or is it an investment? TRX? Yeah, we can check TRX. Yeah, I mean, I think TRX will probably like consolidate a little bit. At max, maybe it goes up a little bit more. But I think it's due for a little bit of consolidation before it goes up and tries to go through again. I would personally want to play more so like a breakout and a support test on this one and then continuation just because of this wick over here. But I think you could range play it. I'm on the weekly, so target $3. Oh wait, I'm sorry, you meant the other one. Oh wow, $3.40. That's exotic. Let me see if I can find that anywhere on my chart. Okay, I did 320, 318 for me, but not bad. All right, I'll have to keep an eye on this one. Let me add it. Yeah, TRX, you really want Justin to bring out a little bit more news because it's trying to ramp up. So unless it's just doing like these ladder scenarios where it just ends up going up higher and higher each time, I think it's going to try to fizzle out a little bit more and hopefully it doesn't like, you know, top out over here and come back down. I guess what I'll do now is I'm going to go ahead and just check order flow since I'm just kind of doing whatever at this point. Let me check order flow. Dark pools right now are active with a couple of these tickers. Hey, if you guys, the people who do know how to chart, or ones that understand like what they're looking at, if you guys see any of those dark pools to the right hand side over here on Cheddarflow, if you see anything on the chart and you want to chart it and it looks interesting or it looks like it's ready to go, let me know so we can go ahead and check them because dark pool sweeps are a pretty big deal. So AVTR, you won't see options on it, but you'll see like spot moves. Yeah, look at this. Like, here's a great example. Topped out, blew off, topping out again over here. So if it looks like it's gonna go ahead and blow through another pop over there, clouds are looking strong over here. So they're, I don't know, yeah, dark sweep, so they're buying. Very interesting chart. Super, super interesting. Beastie, you still in here? Let me tweet her this. This is interesting. So I'm like trying to do two things at once. Ignore my typing. Swear I'm not. Swear I'm not stupid. All right, what else do we got on this list? ETFs. Here's a really good ETF play that I'm looking for. This is gonna dump. This is going to fill this gap over here, 100%. I know it will. I played this thing for 2 years. Every single gap got filled that I thought wasn't gonna get filled. So to think this gap isn't gonna fill is just like mind blowing to me. So I definitely think that gap's gonna fill. There's people buying puts here. For these $41 puts over here, strikes is 41 as well. So they're expecting at least a dump out of the clouds at the very least. So there's even a gap over here. So even if it doesn't go for the first gap, the lowest gap, there's a gap over here regardless. So Fixie is dumping. And so is Tesla in just about a minute. Alright, Tesla. Let's see how it is. Let me just check Codex real quick so I can exit it. Oh my god, it's still going. That'd be pretty insane if this goes for it today. Yeah, Tesla, I'm down. I'm about to get stopped out of Tesla. I don't know if that applies to EEM as well. Damn, SPY does look pretty bad. Just trying to see if there's anybody talking about SPY on my feed and not Bob Laxative with his Iron. Okay, with his Iron Man flex. And there's no SPY charts on my feed. Yeah, this is one. Man, he's over everything. CBRL. This is one we watched, discussed the last couple streams. Their earnings should be do fine in my opinion. Yeah, this is just one that's been going up since the dip. Like Cracker Barrel was discounted so people could get cheap Cracker Barrel stock. Like that was a discount from 2012, 2013. So it's on a huge tear from off the bottom, almost 3 times off the bottom. Insane. EEM. It does apply to EEM, but EEM would need a cloud break first. Fixie looks like it has worse on there over here. So like this looks like a weaker cloud break, and there's a trend break over here. For this one, it's not as bad. So this one still has potential. Nothing in the future is really going bad. So emerging markets I still think could do okay, but straight up China, I don't think so. Let's see what else is coming through. Yeah, a lot of these cheap lottos coming in with time. And then, of course, I say Fixie looks like it's going to dump. And somebody buys these beautiful lottos, $52 straight calls on Fixie for 18 cents. That's amazing play if it works out. And they just recently did that too. This GE play is not bad if GE actually starts doing something. But GE's chart's ugly. GameStop. Oop. They're buying $20 strikes on GameStop. Insane. For 2 years out. Or a year out. But they're buying puts as well at the same time. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much for joining the stream, and I will catch you guys later.